Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Saints go up to Washington, and they beat the Washington football team 33-22 on Sunday. Here was Sean Payton on the win.
Look, it was a hard-fought win. We had a couple things happen early on, not even talking about plays, but players get hurt that changed a little bit with the flow of the game, and I thought our other guys responded well.
It's not exactly how we would have drawn up the first 5 games. A blowout win over Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, a blowout loss to Carolina. Beating up New England on the road, gagging away a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter against the Giants, and then going on the road and having a mistake-filled game where you still win by double digits against Washington football team. But the Saints are, right now, exactly where we said all offseason they needed to be going into the bye. They are above 500. I don't really care how it looked. By any means, they just needed to get above 500 going into the bye, and here they are. Sean Payton also discussed the significance of being at 3-2 right now.
They're all important. Look, I think we talked about just seeing our identity as we're moving forward in this season. We have a bye now. It is what it is, and hopefully we can get some guys back. Seems like we played a lot of games on the road because we have, and so it'll be nice to get back and get into our schedule. Guys will have some time away.
When you come back from this bye, we'll talk about the game in a second, but when you come back from this bye, you will be a game above 500. You will be back fully into your routine. Remember, you heard Sean Payton say we forget Saints their home opener was in Jacksonville against Green Bay, in a stadium filled with Packers fans. Now you actually get to go about your regular schedule. And you will get back after the bye Michael Thomas, Will Lutz. Another weekend you get David Onyemata. You're going to get Tre'Quan Smith, Eric McCoy, Quan Alexander, Teron Armstead. All those guys, Marcus Davenport, all of those guys back. And without them, you still got to 3-2. You're still above 500, exactly where you needed to be. Sunday against Washington was evidence of the resolve, of the talent on this team, and what great coaching means in football. There is no argument. There are sports where you could argue, coaching doesn't necessarily matter. In football, absolutely matters. Sunday was evidence of it. The Saints, on their first 2 possessions, had an interception and a fumble. Their kicker, Cody Parkey, we barely knew thee, missed 2 extra points. And you still won this game. By the way, you lost Taysom Hill and Deontay Harris during the game, on top of all the other injuries you already had. And you still won this game by double digits on the road. I thought the key sequence of the game. Second quarter, this was the key sequence of the game. The Giants are driving. It's a tie ball game at 13. Giants are driving. Paulson Adebo, interception at the 1-yard line. Saints can't move it. Blake Gillikin somehow gets off the punt. Washington, on that drive, decided to go for it on a 4th down. Saints hold. Can't move the ball, but Gillikin again, coffin corner 60-yarder out at the 1. Because of that circumstance, the Saints defense put the pressure on them, got a punt, and that set up the opportunity for the Hail Mary, which put New Orleans up 20-13 going into half. That sequence, which relied on defense and your punter, because you are well coached in all phases, is what allowed you the opportunity to take the lead into the half, which is exactly what they did. And I don't think I've ever heard Sean Payton be this complimentary about someone who kicks a football.
Listen, he was outstanding. He was outstanding. Outstanding. Just got a game ball. I mean, one of the things we felt like in the first half, not so much the ball. The second half, we played a lot of football on their end of the field, and generally speaking, I talk about that all the time, but what happens is when a mistake is made, it's compounded, and that happened in the second half. But he was outstanding.
On Friday, I also made 2 predictions specifically for this game. I said this was when they would finally air it out with Jameis, and he would attempt 30 passes in this game and would throw for over 300 yards. I made those 2 predictions. Well, I was one of 2. Jameis was 15 of 30, so he did hit 30 pass attempts. His previous high this season was 23, and he just missed 300. He threw for 279, but you know what? I'll take it. Sean Payton finally aired it out. They took their deep shots, and by the way, I mean, he would have been over 300. Kamara, the deep one over the middle that went off his hands, he would have been over 300. But nonetheless, they're starting to trust Jameis with the ball. The interception he threw, I don't know if Jeff Duncan tweeted the still shot. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you haven't, go to Jeff Duncan's Twitter. Andrews Pete's standing on Jameis Winston's foot. I mean, that's what caused the errant throw. I mean, I'm not completely absolving. Don't worry. I mean, when criticism is warranted, I'll give it. But I mean, this is just very obvious. I'll put it up here on the screen. Here's the still shot of Andrews Pete standing on Jameis Winston's foot on the interception. So, I mean, pretty hard to get into a throw when a 300-pound lineman is standing on your foot. But, yes, needs to improve the turnovers, threw a pick, fumbled. Chase Young had a day against Ryan Ramczyk, which was a bummer. They're all pro, got your all pro. But you got through that game. You're 3-2. You're going into the bye. And let me remind you, we sort of assumed that the game against Seattle would probably be an L. Really tough place to play. Saints a little shorthanded, I understand. Let me remind you, Russell Wilson's not going to play in that game. I mean, Russ hurt his finger this week on Thursday, and is supposed to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. So you're going to go to Seattle, coming off your bye, an extra bye actually, because it's Monday Night Football. So your bye plus a day. You're going to Seattle. You're going to have most of your roster back, like we already discussed, and they're not going to have to Russell. You're going to be playing Geno Smith. Got a great chance to go on the road and get that win, by the way, which I wouldn't have said 5 days ago. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.